Hi, collective. It's Shania. Let's get a quickie, y'all. Okay, I'm checking to see if this sponge is wet. But let's get a quickie. Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe. Okay, collective. Alright, let me put a little water on the sponge. I need to get some new sponges for this thing. Okay. Alright, but we're gonna make it work. Even if I gotta make new sponges for myself. Okay. Alright, collective. We're using Past Life deck. Okay. We're using What Lies Beneath, Hidden Future Oracle cards, as well as Romance Angels Oracle cards. Okay. Alright, people, let's see what we get. We're going to use my little boring, what is it, situation, obstacle, spiritual advice, and divine outcome. I still have to do some research, or as well as just make up my own reads, okay? Alright, let's do this. Archangel Michael, I hope you are doing well today, okay? And thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here. Archangel Michael, what is the situation? Now the sponge is too wet. Just one card, please. Situation. Okay. Phobias. Okay. We're going to keep this as the mystery card because it turned crossing. Phobias. Okay. Like fears, things that people are afraid of, right? Like your worst nightmares is what I'm getting. Phobias. Maybe there's some fear of women. That's what I'm getting, y'all. But let's see. It could be the fear that has been instilled in women over many generations, okay? But let's see. I'm getting like some fear of women. I hope misogyny don't come out here. I don't have my cards with me for this read, but let's see. Show me the obstacle. Just one, please, Archangel Michael. I don't know why these people are so afraid of women. What the hell is wrong with these people? I heard, what's his name? Bobby Hemmett say one time, a man's man is really a high form of homosexuality. Something he said to that effect, okay? Okay. And I don't even know where I'm going here. I guess with this phobia is, I feel like this is some phobia against women. Show me the obstacle, please. Misogyny is being dismantled, people, okay? It's a painful dismantling. Obstacle, please. Obstacle. What is the obstacle? Maybe there is none. If we don't get one on this pull, we're going to keep it moving. Obstacle. Feels like something wants to come out here. Let's do this one more time. Obstacle. Thank you. Wisdom. That's the obstacle. Okay? Let's see where this goes. This deck directly ties into this here. Okay? You see that? It looks like a unicorn, right? Horse. Unicorn, and it looks like his unicorn is pointing over there at this woman. Okay, show me the spiritual advice. And this looks like a feminine horse to me, okay, if I would just look at the face and the eyes. And then look at her hair. Her hair's all nice and pretty, like she got it all fluffed up with some mousse or something in there. Okay, I think this is a feminine horse too. All right, yo, spiritual advice. Okay, that one fell on the floor. I was hoping I'm going to turn it back over. I didn't read it though, but I looked at it slightly. Show me the divine outcome. Just one card, please. Divine outcome. divine outcome. One more, divine outcome. Gotta get something. Let me just go slower. One more time, collective, okay? Divine outcome. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is Father, okay? I told you I'm getting some sort of dynamic regarding the feminine and the masculine, okay? But let's see, I could just be shooting blanks, okay? Show me the situation with these phobias. And the father is here with the baby holding on his finger, and the mother is here clenching her hands together, possibly trying to get away from a crazy husband, I'm thinking. This is like that Empress vibe again, with that wisdom being the obstacle. But let's see. Show me the situation, please. Archangel Michael. Okay, that flew over there to the mystery card. We're going to keep it there with the mystery card, okay? Thank you. Show me the obstacle. Thank you. That went in the reverse. I don't know if we want to keep it that way, but I guess so. Show me the spiritual advice. This is like the caduceus, right? With the health. Show me the spiritual advice. I'm getting some injustice, y'all. I don't know. Some sort of injustice. Surrounding women. Or the dynamic between men and women, okay? Spiritual advice. Let's keep that one. Show me the divine outcome. All right, that was 2. All right, bottom of the deck we have stay optimistic about your love life, okay? So maybe there was a situation within a family. Could have been husband and wife and child, I'm thinking. Maybe it was like she was losing hope. I'm getting some sort of manipulation that went on within a family, okay? But it says stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, okay? This could be a a message for me too, okay? Because I don't use these cards. I rarely ever use these cards, okay? Because I'm not a big person on romance, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love love, okay? I love being love. I love showing love, okay? But something about this whole romance thing, I don't know. I just like what I like, okay? And there ain't a whole bunch of frilly little romancy things. It's just not. But I like beautiful things. I don't know how to describe it, okay? But this isn't about me, collective. I don't think. Okay? Let's pull these cards real quick so we can do this reading real quick. Well, you know what? Let's hold off on these. Situation. Let's move over the divine outcome and the spiritual advice. Now we have the obstacle and the situation. Situation. Phobias. Okay. There's some sort of chemistry here. Maybe somebody has a phobia of women. Intellectual women, being that we have the wisdom here, okay? So maybe this is a man who's, or in the past as well, right, they were trained a certain way, right? And they just couldn't break out of that box, okay? Some sort of phobia is about women, intellectual women maybe. And maybe they feel like they don't have a chemistry with these kind of women. And this is what happened in the past somehow, okay? Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here, okay? But it's in the upright. And look, it's like he's showing her something. Okay, I'm getting like a religious figure, okay, trying to show her something, how to use some sort of gifts and abilities There's a light in his hand, and he's opening his hand with this light, right? But it looks like to me, with her hands like this, she's the one manipulating this light. Okay, so this could have some sort of spiritual element here, I feel. She's the chemistry that gives life, that animates something here. This light, okay? Show me, what is this phobia concerning, okay? What lies beneath the surface regarding this phobia, okay? I'm getting like the battery, people. The battery to make something work. Phobia. Keeping you a secret. This could have been a secret relationship, okay? With this father and child, okay? Could have been. Maybe she was outcasted. I don't know if this is the same woman. It sort of looks like it could be. With these features. Look at the facial features. The facial cut, okay? So this might be what we would typically think she would look like today, but maybe she looked like that back in the day. Maybe this is concurrent, right? Past life repeating itself in modern day. But there was some sort of chemistry between these two, okay? But I feel like she was, like with that unicorn, magical, right? And this man may have been in a relationship and he kept her a secret, okay? But he wanted to hold on and to control her, okay? This sounds familiar to me, okay, collective? He wanted to hold on and control her because she was truly the life here. She was the source of the light in this man's life, okay? I'm getting third party, okay? Third party, okay? Why was he keeping this woman a secret? What is that on her face? That is a heart shape with something else, like a hook. Looks like a hook on this heart, okay? It's a heart with some sort of hook, like he had her hooked. And I think he was actually hooked on her, okay? So he did things, I feel like, to trap this woman. Okay, that's just my thought. I could be biased in this situation, okay? I do acknowledge that. Why was he keeping this woman a secret? Why was this woman a secret, being kept a secret? Police. Something about the police. Maybe this was a policeman, okay? I saw this card when I was shuffling. I don't know where this is. It could be the U.S. Could be like in Europe or somewhere. I'm not sure. Okay, but he was keeping her a secret. Why, I said. And they said the police, okay? Show me this police. Let's keep this one here, this father. This father could be a policeman, yeah. Maybe this is why he was supposed to be an upstanding person in the community. Okay, and maybe this past life ties back to Atlantis. Okay, maybe this is several past lives. And Asia. Okay, so Asia has significance here. And Atlantis. This Atlantis could speak of your connection, this woman's connection, okay, or your connection collective to magical, mystical things, okay? Like this light she's animating and manipulating in this man's hand. But he's trying to act as if he's the source of this light. Maybe he found this light somewhere, right? Or whatever this thing is. But she's the one that has the power to maneuver it, manipulate it, unlock the secrets that's held there, okay? He's just there watching so that he can steal whatever it is he sees, or, I mean, whatever happens, whatever it is he's learning, he wants to use this in some other kind of way. This Atlantis, there's some sort of magical properties within this relationship or this woman. That's the chemistry. Show me, Archangel Michael, what is the basis of this chemistry? It could be some sort of, what do you call it, tantric sex? What is the basis of this chemistry between this man and this woman? Possible police officer. Somebody's a bugaboo. I'm getting also some sort of mental manipulation, okay? Maybe he would make her feel like she was bugging him. Playing this like those ancient narcissistic tactics, right? I'm getting like this man was definitely a narcissist, though. With this police, okay? This probably speaks to his need to be an authority or have control, right? And possibly the way of looking down on women because he feels like he's a figure of control, an authority figure, right? And he can just use women for like playthings or something, right? But he really knows that this particular woman, or women in general, they have some magical power that he feels like he needs to trick them and in order to manipulate and control it. Because I feel like this man knows he's not worthy of this knowledge or this wisdom, okay? What is this bugaboo about? Why is this chemistry being referred to as a bugaboo? And we have the U.S. flag there, right? Why is the bugaboo here? Depression. And it fell out on father, okay? I don't know, y'all. There could be a daughter involved in this as well, okay? A feminine child. This could be this, I believe it is this girl. Keeping your secret and this child or whoever. Maybe if it's not a child, maybe it's this woman, but they're depressed, okay? So they're suppressing this woman to keep them in some sort of emotional turmoil. I'm getting in order to control this woman. Okay? Yeah, I do have my deck here because I was going to do a different read with that and I shuffled it, right? But I feel like there's something else here, okay? What's at the root of this depression? It's this crazy man, this policeman possibly, okay? That's manipulating this woman. What is the source of this woman's depression? And I think he makes her feel like she's bothering him. And maybe she is a third party, okay? But she feels like, or they're in a relationship and he just doesn't want anybody to know. All right, y'all, let me pause for a second. All right, thanks, collective. I'm not sure what I'll get from this reading, okay, or what anybody will get, okay, but I do feel like this is a valid situation. And some reason it's important today. I feel like this is something that's also unfolding in this lifetime, okay? Something. But what is the source? Why is this woman depressed like this? Why is she depressed? Because she's dealing with a lunatic, I feel. A controlling lunatic. Okay. Some sort of divorce or breakup. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he stole her light, okay? And now they're breaking this contract, or this happened in the past. Let's see the bottom of the deck. Why is this depression here? Putting on a show. Somebody was being fake in this relationship. I feel like it was this guy, okay? And it doesn't have to be a marriage. It could have been just a relationship, right? And they didn't want to, they kept her a secret. But I think like she was a very gifted and talented woman, I feel. Okay, and there was some sort of chemistry here. But somebody was fake, I feel. Okay, they were fake, putting on a show. They didn't want to be real in this relationship. They wanted to play games, okay? Like a little bitch. Yeah. Show me something about putting on this show. Why were they putting on a show? Because they fake as fuck, y'all. Because they was fake as fuck. Deception. That's why they was putting on a show. I can't stand people like this, for real. I really don't. I don't like people like this. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I feel like it was this man. I do. Show me bugaboo. What is this bugaboo about? Why was she being made to feel like a bugaboo? Maybe because she expressed her love. Maybe she was one who expressed her love, and she was emotional and freely and giving with her love towards this man, okay? And he couldn't handle it, okay? Because he was fake. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't express his love. But instead, he saw her gifts, and he sought to drain her of her gifts. Could have been a policeman, okay? That's what I'm getting. Show me this policeman. Why is this police car, should I say here? Police. Why is that here? Maybe this speaks to the fact that it was a violent relationship. Volatile. Show me this police. Caution, y'all. Something going on in this terrible relationship with whoever this deceptive person is, okay? Let me say that. I feel like it's this man in this relationship, though. Because he seems to be the happy one. Okay, that's her here again. In all these pictures, that's her. Where was the other one? This one. This is her. This is her maybe when she was on a good day, when she was feeling confident about herself, right? When she's feeling happy and balanced, right? And she's got herself all made up and pretty and stuff, right? And this is when he came in. You know, she met him possibly in a better place, when she was in a better place in her life. He came in with his bullshit and love bomb and you know, brought her into this place, a place of depression, okay? After stealing, recognizing and stealing her gifts, y'all. And part of the way he manipulated this woman is by rejecting the love that she naturally gives, okay? She just freely shows love, I'm getting with this person, okay? And yeah, he made her feel like something was wrong with that. And he didn't show her love back, okay? This police possibly, or maybe it was just a violent relationship. Yeah, somebody's in their feels, though. Could be a policeman being called, or a policeman. Yeah, I feel like this is a past life connection, and this is something that's repeating itself. Show me, give me something regarding this caution. Show me something about the past life regarding this. Show me something about the past life with this police card. Spirituality and religion, okay? So, like here again today, we have a person who's spiritual and someone who's religious. I'm getting like this man. What's the religious one with the, what do you call that? Patriarchy, okay? Because when I looked at him initially, I got that whole Jesus vibe, okay? You know that Jesus, that picture and image of the Jesus that they put out there for everybody. Okay, and that's what I was getting in with the robes. And yeah, he's acting like he's showing her something, but she like the real Jesus. Okay, I don't know who the hell he is. It's pathetic, y'all. It's pathetic. Yeah, and something for money, finances. Okay. Show me this caution. Show me, what is this caution? We're going to get this on both decks. Monk and nun. Definitely something to do with religion, people. And spirituality. The way you worship. Okay? Yeah, somebody wants to control. Okay? Maybe they had control of your transportation as well. Maybe you couldn't get around as much. And they kept you as a secret. Okay, or this person, whoever. Show me that caution. What is this caution about? This is like just another tale of misogyny, people. Nasty, disgusting misogyny. Yeah, it's out because it's outdated, y'all. These people, it's outdated, expired, disused, old news, discarded. That's misogyny and this patriarchy and this fake ass shit. Okay. Because let's just make it known, okay? They've been everything in terms of the patriarchy. All of their power has come from women, okay? It's all come from women. They know it, okay? Those who think in that manner, they know it. Give me a second, y'all. All right, collective, thanks. I'm back. All right, y'all, this reading feels like it's all over the place, okay? Oh, and I just hit the camera like that, okay? But I think it's relevant for the times, okay? I do believe that misogyny is being addressed in some way because it's in the process of being dismantled, okay? Because now matriarchy is moving to the forefront. Okay, so now it's our time. Okay? And I guess we're just talking about this old stuff. Okay, let me fix this camera a little bit. Alright, that's a little better. Archangel Michael, why is this story here today? Why is this being revealed today? Is misogyny about to fall completely? And just be disintegrated forever, never ever to come back, ever, ever, ever again. Why is this here today? Why are we talking about this? Yeah, it's outdated though, y'all. We know that. Discarded, old news, expired, disused. Yeah, we're dealing with our emotional intelligence, okay? This is about our emotional intelligence. And it doesn't make sense, I feel, okay? To be hateful of the women. When this was the way you came into the world, I don't know. I don't know how you could hate women. Okay, I can understand that maybe different people may have had moms who weren't the best, right? And all of us, none of us are perfect. But what is the root of this hatred of women is what I want to know. For those men who feel that way, so-called men, okay? Because in my mind, you can't be a man and you hate women. And you do all this to suppress women, you know. You got women, yeah. I just keep asking, when will the real men stand up? And there are real men out there standing up. I see them, okay? But y'all had to address, real men, y'all got to address these other little boys running around here, okay? Because they're irritating. They're irritating your mothers out here. Okay? They're really irritating them, okay? And they make all men look bad. So we have to have more men come up and stand up and speak out against this, okay? It's very important. It's very important. This has been going on for a long time, too. Who knows? This could have been an element back in Atlantis. Maybe it started rearing its ugly head back then. I don't know, y'all. Archangel Michael, do you have a message? I don't know what we can get from here. Do you have a message for women, feminine energies in the world, in society? Thank you. But this is for the women. Yeah, toxic. This is toxic. Something's toxic. Okay? And the toxicity has to be cleared away. And maybe this is why we're speaking about it. In order to just get rid of this kind of stuff. Okay? I'm just tired of talking about this shit. I don't know what to call them. I wish I had a really good word that was really hurtful. And it just really hurt them real bad. I just haven't found that word yet, okay? But I'm looking for it. Because it's just, yeah, toxic. Anger management. These people are angry. Maybe because they have little penises. I don't know. I'm thinking if y'all forgive me, okay? I'm thinking if you were a man, right? A real man that didn't feel the need to have to suppress women, then maybe you'd have, okay, y'all, let me not go there. But I feel like there's a tie between the size of these men's penises, okay? Forgive me, okay? And the reason why they act like this, okay? The reason why they feel like they need to suppress women and do what they feel worthless. They feel, I dropped a card, y'all, excuse me. They feel worthless and outdated. There's something going on with their penises, okay? I do believe that, okay? And that's why they're secretly, those people who are like real misogynists, I believe, that are really ingrained in this, they're secretly having sex with one another, these men. That's why I was talking earlier about the man's man and what Bobby Hemmett was talking about, right? This is some sort of high-level form of homosexuality, while forcing women to participate in this toxic, I don't know, scenario that they keep throwing out here. Why do these men, didn't we ask this before, but I don't know. Why do these men hate women so much? I don't know if we can get it with a card that's out here. Okay? It's because you express your love. I'm looking at this card over here, okay? Certain times I'll ask questions and I'll look around and I'll say, oh, okay, this is it, okay? Yeah, you express love, and they've been reared to be trapped in their own emotions and not express their emotions. So therefore, they have no emotional intelligence. Many, okay? But there are many men who are well balanced. They go within. And they're honest with themselves, and they're not afraid of their feminine side, okay? I'm not talking about a strong man who is heterosexual and, you know, because he taps into his feminine side, he's got to be homosexual. That's not true, okay? I don't know. But it's a thing of the past. So for men who have that way of thinking that women are beneath them because they're women, yeah, I don't know how much longer you're going to make it in new societies that are being built in the Aquarius age, okay? You just don't have, unless you change your way of thinking, you're just not going to make it. And I guess that's fine. That's fine with me, okay? That's fine with me. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. The obstacle. Wisdom. The fact that these women have wisdom, okay? And we can create. And we smile, and we can smell good if we want, and we can look good if we want. And you have to come to us in order to get your children, your babies. So yeah, I guess you really are angry. These men are angry. Those men who think like this. Because they're like, hey, all the power is with you, woman. So they got to play this narcissistic game to make you think that you're nobody, and they want to keep you a secret and make you feel like you're not unimportant, okay? So that they can steal your power and your wisdom, okay? This is like probably one of the first examples of a destiny swap, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah. And because you have this wisdom, okay, unrequited love, it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So there is something about this chemistry, and there isn't enough to keep this relationship going because it's imbalanced, right? It's imbalanced, right? But this connection that you have, feminine energies, okay, women, with your wisdom and your intellect and your emotional intelligence, that is a requited love, okay? And they know it. So they want to come in and separate you from your wisdom and your knowledge and your emotional intelligence with lies and love bombing and toxic ass behavior and putting on a show, wearing a mask, making you think that you're nobody. Okay? And maybe they get angry. Oh, show you anger as a form of a way to put fear in your heart. Okay? Yeah, and they've been doing this for a long time. But it's over, okay? I feel like the course it's run its course and it's over. They can't spin it any other kind of way. We pretty much see what they're doing and what's been done. Okay? Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do. These misogynistic men, okay, if they don't go within and try to tap into their own source of spiritual power and insight, I don't know what they're gonna do. They're not gonna make it. Okay, so if you really want to make it, then you're going to have to change this way of thinking, okay? If you really want to make it, I don't care either way if you make it or not, okay? For those who have this mindset, forgive me, I just don't. Because it's like you're a liability in the new world. You're a liability. I can't even talk like this, y'all. A liability with this type of mindset, okay? And the actions that come along with that. All right, so that's the obstacle, that you're wonderful, you're wise, and you're emotionally intelligent, okay? And this is a good relationship for you, okay? But they want to come in and bring in some sort of unrequited love or keep it going, okay? Nah, later for that. Spiritual advice. Scribe or a writer. Maybe this is involving something that was written down, okay? We did have divorce contract, okay? So maybe this is it. We're divorcing, not necessarily like from the man in the marriage or whatever, but maybe for some, right? But this whole contract that was set up where the man is supposed to be over the woman and the woman's supposed to be on the in the kitchen wearing a burlap bag and pregnant, right? Yeah, that's over. It was a faulty contract from the beginning. It was a contract full of lies, written by some man's man who was really secretly homosexual. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And that's why they hate women. And they probably are repulsed every time that they have to sleep with women in order to drain the energy. Okay? They can't wait to rush back to their secret, their real relationship, which is another man, is what I'm getting, okay? Possibly somebody in the religious temple, okay? And share that energy that you gave them with them. It's sick, y'all. It's sick. Absolutely sick. Okay, yeah. This is something that was written. Scribe or a writer. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So this is possibly a twin flame, fallen twin flame from the past, okay? That's still here again, once again, acting the same way in the future or in the present, right? Because future, we're going to cut this shit short, okay? We've gone through this enough. This scenario just keeps playing out enough, okay? So this is the reason why these stories with these twin flames and time travelers keep coming up, because this shit is over. Okay? Yes, this was your soulmate. It was written that this was your soulmate. Okay, this is like a twin flame contract I'm getting, okay? that has been broken completely. It's over. From a past life. That's what I'm getting, y'all. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's it, y'all. Let's keep going. Divine outcome, lessons, and blessings. I don't like to say blessings, okay, but I try not to say it too often. Because it's like a word magic, I feel, and others have alerted my thinking to it, and I agree. Okay, be lessons. So be less. Okay, so that's the magic that comes with that one. Be less. Okay, so that's why I don't say it as often. Okay, but lessons. Okay, and prosperity, gifts. You know, whatever comes with lessons and learning and wisdom. Okay, that's the outcome. Beautiful. Health, okay? So this is going to help us, excuse me, y'all, to be more balanced emotionally. Maybe this is emotional well-being, okay? Which also plays into actual physical health and physical well-being in terms of the body, organs, and systems, right? Because with that wisdom, as we have this wisdom and we incorporate it within ourselves and to our relationships, we move in a way that's more conducive to creating good health. I don't know, longevity, okay? There's a learning, there is a gift in this. Identifying the ills of misogyny. It frees the feminine energy, and it also frees that male energy. That masculine energy that's trapped into this way of thinking. Divine outcome. True love, okay? So I'm getting with this balance and everything, okay? True love does come, okay? And maybe this person with this divorce or the contracts being broken, maybe it wasn't your twin flame, okay? But for some it was, okay? But, and maybe now a true soulmate. Or maybe this was your twin flame and now the soulmate's coming into your life, okay? But whatever, I feel like you're going to have true love. Because it's like you've been denied this for so long from another person, right? But I'm sure you have love within yourself. But they also tampered with that when they interfered with your self-esteem because they knew that they had to do that. Not only did they have to block love from you from another person, right? They had to block the love you had for yourself because all you would have done was just go and love yourself, right? And continue to live a happy life. You might have had moments of being lonely or whatever, right? But you'd have been just fine with your wonderful little starlight gifts in your hands, and you would have still created a wonderful environment, life for yourself. But they're like, no, we have to go and destroy this woman completely, okay, in order to achieve our, I don't know, down low goals is what I'm getting. I don't know, y'all. Divine outcome. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, okay? Maybe this is self-love, people. Okay, because in order for us to really come into a healthy union with one another, male and female, right? We're going to have self-love. So maybe this is a time to really focus on self-love. For those who are seeking to balance themselves out. Maybe others have already balanced themselves, okay? And they can go into their higher unions. Twin flames, soulmates, whatever, okay? All right, let's get the mystery cards and get out of here, y'all. I don't know why I'm so tired after this reading, okay? Because I'm tired of going through this whole misogyny thing. I'm just tired of it, okay? Men who are misogynists, go within. Look at yourself in the mirror. There's something special in you too, okay? You don't have to go and beat up on women Okay, don't look good. It don't look good, I'm telling you. You don't have to go beat up on women in order to feel like you're somebody. Okay, I don't know. Maybe examine the relationship you've had with your mother. Okay? And try to figure out why you're so angry with your mother or your wife or whoever it is, okay? But stop, because you're going to cut your time short. Okay? Let's just say that. You're going to cut your time short and cut your future short. So just try to think about why you hate women so much. Misogynist. Okay? Trust and faith. All right? So trust and believe, right, that our faith will get us through. And our efforts. She's standing there with her arm up like she, you know, or him. I'm getting a feminine, but what difference does it make, right? The key is that we all need to be balanced, okay? But we do have to identify masculine and feminine, especially when we're pointing out issues that have gone wrong and that are holding us back, okay? We have to be able to point out color and race, all these things, okay? And still be able to deal with this information in an emotionally intelligent way without getting enraged, okay? All right, last mystery card. Okay, and I don't know if that was in the reverse or whatever, okay? It looked like it was in the reverse. Yeah, that was the one. It says healing family issues. Have love. I mean, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, y'all? Wow, we were just talking about. So there is something stemming from parents, childhood, okay? As to why there's so much hatred for the woman and the feminine energy. There's something about it, y'all. Something regarding the mother. Let me see in this picture. I don't know, something. And you see how he's looking at his child? There's something about the way he's looking at this child. And this woman is there, his wife, I guess. And he's not focused on her at all, but she looks like she's just so into him, right? And he just has some look. Looking at his child, I don't know. His hand is on his head because that was the main thing he wanted, was this child out of this union. I think it's a boy. Okay, and he's like, oh, forget the woman. We're just going to leave her, keep her there as a figurine or something, right? To have babies when he needs it. Okay? But he truly loves, romantic love is for another man, is what I'm feeling. Okay? And I'm not speaking about people who are homosexual, men who are homosexual. Okay? I'm not talking about that. This is speaking to this whole tradition of down low men, okay? I'm feeling like it originated within misogyny. There's a hatred within these men for their mothers, okay? All right, collective, if you like the video, like the video.